Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's Nix to throw right away. Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now the first carry here for their running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He may go.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Throwing Nix.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Jets will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
We'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. You look at this Raiders defense,
and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Duvernay in motion. There's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Hall up the middle. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
On first down, right back to Hall.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
A one-yard gain could look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of one-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional one-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Fields.
Looking right side, and that's good. And I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
Shrug. Now loose football. The ball comes out.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Fields.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10. Running left, it's Hall. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Devin Duvernay,
His 4th touchdown on the year.
and the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Off the play fake, Nix. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. The Raiders sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now it's Nix.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here's Fields.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Back to throw, Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
That good for 19 and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On play action, here's Nix.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Jets will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Now it's Fields.
Forced out to his left.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That is caught, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
To the air again, Fields. Open man is Duvernay.
A gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Now 2nd and 5. Now Fields.
And the Raiders have got him. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Third down and 10. To throw is Fields.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
From the 50, here's Fields.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there, as the first half is winding down.
And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Escapes the defender. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Field's going to change things up here. And now they'll shift things around. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Fields now to throw. He's going to find Taylor downfield. It's complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. That's good for 28 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Hall on a give up the middle. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And it's a touchdown for the Jets.
Raheem Mostert.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's Nix.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
This 2nd and 4.
It's the pickup of 6.
To throw is Nix.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
A great effort there. 33 yards.
And the Raiders get a bit closer.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Oh, that's deep for Duvernay. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Ja'Cory Bennett has it. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Open man down the field, it's Bowers.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
Nix to the air. That's to Bowers once again. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. To throw, here's Nix.
He'll buy some time right. That's caught at the 25.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing Nix.
And my goodness, another interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And in this situation with a lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Play action. It's Fields. And down he goes. Brought down the Raiders sack. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's Brian Anger now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. On the return, Johnson. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Being chased out left. And he will slide to a hold at the end of that one.
Working out of the gun is Nix. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just get going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating.